Hey, what's up everybody, the Ryouseiken here, coming to you with more of the Darkest Dungeon, which I could not resist playing for the life of me. Yeah, nothing's changed from the last video to this one. Nothing at all. Besides the party that I'm going to be embarking with soon. That's just about it. So, things we are going to do... I just love this game way too much to not play it, like, from the very beginning to the very end without editing pretty much anything out. I can't edit anything out. I don't want you guys to miss a single bit, even the mundane bits, quote unquote. So you know what? You guys are stuck here with me. Too bad if it bothers you guys. Alright, time... Oh, Elendril's already in the treatment ward. So I just want to get a few people set up before we go. Namely, let's look at our party and upgrade some skills because they don't cost too much. I want to be down to at least 6,000 to 6,500 gold before I feel comfortable leaving. I have this like sort of like OCD sort of thing where I'm measuring the gold in my head. Okay, this is how much I'm going to spend, period, in this game. I always like to give myself a good threshold, like minimum threshold to stick by and not go below it. Maximum threshold, not minimum. Alright, so being a Crusader, yeah, we've already went through like the dialogue here, so I'm like either gung-ho or I'm a melee support. And I'm going more gung-ho with myself here. So ability-wise, I'm thinking I'll upgrade Smite. I'm thinking I'm going to upgrade Smite and maybe Bulwark of Faith, because I do use that one, and I'm probably going to use it a lot more soon. So, upgrade Smite, upgrade Bulwark, there we go. Let's go to Kyle, Kickbot next. So the big question is, do I want to upgrade Word Reconstruction because I can heal more, but there's a 10% increase to the base possibility of the character bleeding, which is not the greatest thing in the world. I'm hesitant. I'm honestly hesitant. And looking at some of these abilities, in terms of the team, Kyle is in the back row, like... I believe he's third in the row, so I'm pondering if I want to replace any of his current abilities, because I use wired reconstruction or word. I don't know how to properly pronounce it. I use the reconstruction ability probably the most, along with Damon's Pull. Damon's Pull is really good. Hands from the Abyss, way too iffy. Requires kick to basically be in the front row at all times. I guess I have it there because if he gets pulled to the front row, I don't want him to just like feel naked there and not capable of doing anything. Though, realistically then, this is a stunning ability. I could just replace it with Sacrificial Stab. The vulnerability hex I use a lot because it does shit to the opponent's dodge, so I think I'm going to give him Sacrificial Stab and then upgrade the vulnerability hex. How does this change him for the most part? Makes him really good in the third position and a little bit iffier in the others. But I'm trying to be smart about this. And then upgrade the vulnerability hex. So it'll be more accurate, have a better chance of critting, and reduce dodge more with more of a potential to. And it marks the target, so going with that. I might want to upgrade Damon's Pull too, I'm not sure. Then again, the crit that Sacrificial Stab has. Although I am nearing the threshold that I talked about, so let's actually switch over to Aqua, because we have not used them very often. Everybody is ordered in terms of experience, and as you can see, Aqua has not seen much experience. It was actually kind of a pincushion earlier, so the issue is that, like, he's soft, but he's really fast, namely in the first round, and you kind of got to get your strikes in right away. The Man-at-Arms is a seasoned veteran of combat and has been rewarded for his toil with haunting guilt and stoic resilience in equal measure. Immovable, commanding, and focused, the Man-at-Arms breaks down enemy lines with his mace, buckler, and various battle cries, so it basically fucks with the enemy's lines. So he has a crushing ability, which is standard, Rampart, which makes him go forward, but it knocks the enemy back and it stuns them. He has a Bellow, which reduces dodge and speed of an enemy, all enemies, which is actually really good, and then an ability that commands additional accuracy. Let's look at these other abilities really quickly here, especially in case he gets knocked to the back row. He can guard an ally, which would be amazing, especially given that Palago is new to the group and Kick is rather vulnerable. So I don't really use command that much, so maybe I would take that. Retribution doesn't do much damage at all, but it marks the target and activates a riposte. Is that another ability, or? Let me check the glossary really quick. It doesn't say anything there. And Bolster increases his own dodge and speed. I'm not going to worry about that too much. We're going to give him the Defender ability. And... oh, I just hit went past my threshold. Shit. Well, you know what it is, what it is. Place this. Get this. Actually, what's... yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, actually. And Palago, a tough... oh yeah, I read this. I think I already upgraded him to where I want to be. Like, I gave him the abilities that I want, so... let's go with the money that we have now. Is there anything I want to do in terms of weapons and armor? Just checking. It costs way more than I'm willing to spend right now. Alright, this is what we're going to work with. Okay, so I think I'm ready to continue. Oh wow, my voice cracked there. I think I'm ready to continue. The only... did I want to upgrade the sanitarium? How many crests am I using? I usually find a lot of crests, so maybe I can... nah, I don't want to just, like, blatantly waste materials. Even if it is to upgrade the town, I can upgrade other stuff in the town eventually. So, I've actually cleared a good path to the boss so far, so I guess there is, like, an amount of work that I need to do. Like, period. Like, I guess it's like there's an order to the missions that I'm doing or something. So, now that I've gotten to a certain point, it's showing that, hey, you're going to get to a boss soon in the ruins, which scares the bejesus out of me. So naturally, we're going to avoid that place like the Dickens and do something else. So 3 of these is completing room battles, and this one is exploring rooms. We really have not touched the cove at all. Usually because we can find a lot of crests, and that's what I'm focusing on the most. Trying to think here. Do I have an items actually? I still don't have a Jester or a Hellion, so I'm holding on to those. I have an ability, I have an item called the Move Stone, which gives plus 20% move skill chance, but minus 1 speed. I haven't really figured if I want to give that to anybody. I'm not even sure if it would fit anybody's uses, which is why I haven't given it to anybody. So let's see. I either want to go to the Warrens, which one of my people does have an advantage in going to. Gives me a good amount of gold, portraits, and an item for the Highwayman, which gives plus 8 dodge actually, and plus 2 speed, but it also reduces the accuracy of ranged skills. So this would impact Dark Frog. Let me look at minus 6 accuracy for range. So that would go down to 79. That would go down to 74. That would go down to... Okay, so really I would have to upgrade his weapon at that point and his skills to compensate. But I like this item, the Dodgy Sheaf. And then the Weld. I have no idea what the Weld is like. I don't think. I don't think I've been here either. I think I've focused primarily on the Warrens and the Ruins because that's what I was open to in the first place. But it gives me an item for the Plague Doctor. I already have plenty of items for the Plague Doctor. So, choice was made for me. My team is Rye, the oh so beautiful and sexy Ryeman, the Aqua, the Kick, and the Palago. So, before I go, am I content with my colors? There we go. Let's give Kick more of a blanket style sort of robe, if that makes sense at all. And there we go. Alright, we're ready to go. Provisions. Alright, firewood. We're going to be staying there overnight, more than likely. We got dog treats. Greatly increases the hound's vigor for a short time. Used to purge evil and restore purity. I can already tell you guys right now that I'm going to need some anti-venom. And since I have Kick in my group and he's going to be healing a lot, I need some bandages to compensate. Food. Torches. Any more that I want to take with me? 2 shovels. I think that's good. I've spent a lot of money, but I'm glad that I stayed within a certain threshold. Yeah, let's get going. If you live for risk and darkness, by all means bring few torches. Sorry, I'm still feeling iffy about doing that.
To prosecute our war
maybe in the
against
Ruins.
The swine, we must first scout their squalid homes.
Oh man, this is kind of a big map. I only need to explore 90% of the rooms, so forget the one that's on the bottom. Son of a bitch. What do I have? I have a disease? Minus 20% heal skills while camping. Griping in the guts. Meanwhile, everybody behind me is like, really? Really, Joel? How did you let this happen to you? I'll tell you how. Recklessness. But every adventurer is reckless-ish. Every adventurer. God damn it, my stress threshold is already nearing its limits. That's not good. Alright, so let's see. 2 really good dodgers in back. 2 people with good, decent protection up front. Do this.
As the fiend falls,
Oh,
a faint hope blossoms.
good call on my part. Good job, Nash. Sorry, I'm going to be alternating between names and usernames and shit. That's just how I'm going to be. Let's reduce the dodge of the Swine Wretch. It has the lowest HP of the 3. There we go. 85% chance. Come on. There we go. Ooh. I got the moves.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy
And I got what I wanted
them
done in the first turn.
all.
Alright, now. Let's do this again. Mark you. Reduce your dodge, because you have really good dodge. He's human, so... Let's go with the Hound Rush for the guy in front. Booyah. And then the Ryeman wanted to finish him off, but no cigar.
Confidence surges.
So
as the
Cole's
enemy
just like,
crumbles.
ugh, let me do it. Oh, no. Nash is just like, bitch, I've been hit with harder things.
Press
Ooh.
this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Wow, this team's OP.
Success so clearly in view.
They were
Or is it merely a
They
trick
were
of
not
the
really hurt
light?
at all. Alright. An oddly assembled dining table. There might still be food scraps around. Darn it. There was not. Alright, I feel good. I'm not even going to use a torch right now. I feel that good. A barrel that reeks of powerful liquors. Ah, I wanted some booze.